Hi, guys. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Let's roll the shoulders back, let go of any stress. Maybe we'll rock side to side, wiggle, get all the fidgets out of the body. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Let it go. Roll the shoulders forward, up, and back a few times. Let go of any tension. Release it out of the mouth. And allow yourself to come to a comfortable position, comfortable seated position. And start to tune into the body, scanning the body from starting from the top of the head all the way through to the feet. And just noticing spots of tension, areas of stress that might need a little bit of relief today, tonight, whenever you're watching this video. And even within this time of uncertainty and panic, we can always take time to come back to ourselves, to come back to our breath, and to become fully present and aware of how we're reacting during these times. So for the next hour or so, let's focus on what we can, following the breath, working on relaxing, even just for a little bit. Notice the fluid inhales and exhales. My universal intention is that everyone be safe and well, be present in this moving meditation, and to practice compassion for yourself as well as compassion for each other. And maybe there's an intention that you would like to set for your practice. Go ahead and state that now. And then just infuse that intention with your breath. And slowly allow the eyes to blink open. Take a moment to come into a nice, gentle, seated forward fold. You can have your eyes closed here, or you can keep them softly open. Just start to find some length through the crown of the head with every inhale, and with every exhale, maybe you soften a little bit deeper. Take another breath and then walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Bring your left hand next to your left hip and then reach your right arm up and over. Let's take a nice side body stretch here. You can stay up onto the fingertips or you can drop down onto the palm. Stay rooted down through the sitting bones and maybe rotate and gaze up underneath the right arm, finding a gentle release through the breath. Rise up, both arms lift, and then on your exhale, take your hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers, lift up through the chest, draw the shoulders back. And then bring the fingertips to touch as you round the upper back forward. Inhale to reach up, exhale to twist open to the left. Right hand onto the left knee, left fingertips back behind you, sitting up as tall as you can. This twist can be gentle, or you can find a little bit deeper of a twist with every breath out. Allow yourself to come back to center. Take your legs and cross them in the opposite direction. Switch the crossing, and then again find that forward fold. Maybe you feel the shoulders soften a little bit more down the back. Maybe you stay up onto the fingertips here. Maybe you drop down onto the palms. Find whatever works best for you. Lengthening out through the crown of the head with every inhale, finding a softening with every exhale. And then walk the hands over to the right. Let the right hand rest next to the right hip. Reach that left arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. Draw that left shoulder back and maybe rotate and gaze up underneath that left arm. Next inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down as you lift up through the heart. Exhale, round forward, letting the fingertips touch. Find an inhale to reach up and an exhale to twist open, this time to the right. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe finding this gentle twist. Maybe finding a little bit deeper, always twisting from the upper back, twisting from the core, never the low back. So move with your breath, your body. And come back into center and find your way onto all fours, tabletop. Remove any props out of the way that you might have. And then take a moment here just to move left to right. Let the body find its own rhythm, its own movement and motion. You can stay moving from side to side, maybe lingering into one spot in particular. Maybe you find some additional movement here. Maybe you starting to move forward and back. Maybe you start to make some circles with the body. Notice what it is that you need. Maybe let your eyes drift closed. And then coming back onto all fours whenever you're ready. Let's take some cat and cow here. So spread the fingers on the inhale, drop the belly, arc through the spine. Exhale, press down into your hands, round the upper back. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale and round. Maybe take that audible exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, heart lifts, arcing through the spine. Exhale and round. Another inhale to arc. Another exhale to round. From here, send this left leg back. Lift up onto the toes. Maybe rock forward and back. Starting to circle into the ankle. Just giving some movement, love into the toes. Rock side to side. And then roll to the inside of that left foot. Root down through the right palm. Let's reach that left arm up towards the sky. Let's find modified side plank here. Root down through the right palm, lift up, extend through that left arm. Bring the left hand back down, coming into all fours. Take one cat and cow. Right leg extends back. Just lift up onto the toes, rocking forward and back. Maybe taking some circles, moving the ankle. Whatever it is that you need. Rolling to the inside of that right foot, root down through the left palm, reach that right arm up towards the sky, modified side plank. Super rooted and grounded through that left palm. Find your breath here. And then back onto all fours, tabletop. Take an inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to round it out. Let's walk back just a little bit more. I'm going to move my mat just a moment. It's a little crooked. And then from here, bring your big toes to touch. Shift the hips back into space. Reaching the arms forward, child's pose. If reaching the arms forward isn't accessible for you today, you can always stack 2 fists underneath your forehead, bring the earth to you, knowing that child's pose is always an option for you. Letting the hips sink back towards the heels and then extending the arms forward once again if you liked that option. From here, we're going to come into more of an active child's pose, so bring the knees towards each other and then slowly roll forward, unfurl, press into your palms, coming up into this high cobra pose, pressing into the tops of the feet. Then tucking the toes, sending the hips back for that active child's pose. Inhaling round forward, dropping the pelvis, lifting the heart, drawing the shoulders back. And then exhale, press it all the way back, that active child's pose. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, drop the hips and reach the heart forward on the inhale. Exhale, take it all the way back. Child's pose. Inhale, rounding forward, pressing into the tops of the feet. Find that high cobra. Pressing everything back to downward facing dog here. Pedaling out the legs, bending into one knee, straightening into the other, pressing into the palms. Moving in any way that feels best for you. So you can lift up onto the toes, swivel the heels from side to side, whatever you need. Maybe find some stillness or continue to move. Another breath here. And then look forward in between your hands, bend into your knees, find this momentum to send yourself by walking or stepping to the front of the mat. Allow the whole upper body to release into this forward fold. Let everything hang heavy. Maybe take opposite hand to opposite elbow, swaying from side to side. Maybe reverse the crossing of the arms if you had that ragdoll grip. Allowing the whole upper body to release any tension. Release the hands, slide them up to the shins, lengthen the heart, flat back. Exhale and round it out, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale to lengthen the heart. Exhale to fold forward. From here, root to rise. Inhale, sweeping the arms high overhead. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart on the breath out. Find some stability. Adjust your clothing if you need to. Roll the shoulders back, rooting down through the feet. Finding this superb mountain pose as you reach the arms high overhead. Inhale. Exhale and fold it forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Root to rise. Inhale, reaching out and up, coming into these half sun salutations. Hands to the heart on the breath out. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale and fold forward. Find that halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Root to rise. Inhale, reaching out and up. Hands to the heart on the breath out. Inhale, sweeping the arms high. Exhale and fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. And then from here, plant the palms and step it back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Let it go. And then roll forward into plank pose, top of a push-up, shoulders over your wrists. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, elbows straight back as you lower the chest to the ground. Inhale, coil up into this low baby cobra. Exhale and release it down. Tuck the toes. You can lift up through bent knees, up and back to downward dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Gaze forward in between your hands. Find your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift once you arrive. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep the arms high overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to keep moving through that. Sun salutations. Inhale, reach. Exhale and fold forward. Lengthening out on the inhale. Planting the palms on the exhale and stepping it back to downward dog. Find a breath. And then rolling it forward into plank pose. Pause. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Lower the chest. Root down through the tops of the feet as you coil up for that baby cobra. And then taking it up and back, downward facing dog whenever you're ready. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Gazing forward in between your hands, find your way to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Root to rise. Inhale, reaching it out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale and fold. You can bring your hands to the blocks here if you would like. Halfway lift, lengthen. And from here, let's step that right foot back. Find this low crescent lunge. So reaching the arms high overhead on the inhale. Let's pause here for 3 full breaths. That left knee directly over your left ankle, dropping into the pelvis. And then bring the right fingertips down. Let's find a twist, reaching that left arm high to the sky. Twisting it open to the left side. And then from here, you can use blocks or just bring your fingertips to the ground. We're going to find that modified pyramid pose. So work that left leg towards straight. Wrapping that right hip forward, left hip back, squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Left leg can have a slight bend into the knee. Maybe the back is lengthening out. Maybe you fold with every exhale. Find another breath here. And then re-bend back into this left leg and step forward to fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and release. Root to rise. Inhale, reaching out and up. Rise up. Exhale, send it straight back to chair pose. Bring the palms together at the heart. Chest to thighs, reach the arms straight back. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms high overhead. Exhale and fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. And then plant the palms to the ground or use your blocks. You're going to send your left leg back. Step it back into that low crescent lunge. Right knee directly over the right ankle, reaching the arms high. Finding a little bit of a lift into the chest, squaring the hips off to the front of the mat as best as you can. And then bring those left fingertips down to the ground. Reach that right arm up towards the sky, twisting it open to the right side. Continue to breathe here. Find that breath. Hands to the blocks or to the floor. Tuck the back toes under. Lift up and draw that right leg towards straight. Shifting the hips back in space. Wrapping that left hip forward, right hip back. Find some space here. Slight bend into the right leg if your hamstrings are feeling super tight today. Maybe you fold with every exhale. And then rebend into that right leg. This time, step it back into down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Roll forward, plank pose. Knees lower. Untuck the toes. And send it straight down, cobra. Roll those shoulders back. Lift up. Find that length. Press down into the palms, lift it up and back. Maybe through bent knees, maybe you pause in child's. Couple more breaths here. Gazing forward in between your hands. Find your way to the top. Halfway lift once you arrive. Exhale and release. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Your version of chair pose. And reach the arms straight up towards the sky. Find your way to standing. Release the hands to the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Release some of that tension. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. You can bring your hands to the heart or reaching the arms forward. Chest to thighs, exhale. Inhale, find your chair. Maybe the arms float forward. Exhale, chest to thighs, reach it back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release down into this mountain pose. Take a breath. And then bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Fold forward. Release the breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms or use your blocks. You're going to step that right foot back. Find that low runner's lunge. Pause here. Take your left hand to your left waist and start to rotate the chest open to the left side of the mat, finding a little bit of a twist. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. If you're feeling open in the shoulders, maybe reach that left arm to the sky. Continue on with the breath. You can use the block to the inside of that left foot if you need a little bit of that extra support. Bringing that left hand down either to the blocks or to the floor, shift the hips back, work that left leg towards straight, and either fold or stay with that flat back. Continue to breathe, bending into that left leg on your inhale. Exhale, send that left leg up and back for three-legged downward dog. Draw that left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, reach that left leg up and back. And then exhale, coil that left knee up in towards your chest. Bring it through for one-legged pigeon pose. You can take a block and you can place it underneath your left hip if you need a little bit of extra support. Lifting up onto the fingertips, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Big inhale. Exhale, maybe come down up onto the forearms. If you have a prop in front of you, like an extra block or a blanket, you can certainly place your head. Let your forehead rest on top of it. And just continue to breathe and release. You want that left leg at a nice 45-degree angle. No strain in the knees. Lengthening that right leg straight back. Just allow yourself to drop. You're here for another few breaths. And then rise all the way up on your inhale, lengthening out through the crown of the head, planting your palms, sending that left leg up and back as you come into three-legged down dog. Maybe roll the hip open, maybe take some circles. And bring that left foot straight down to the ground. Roll forward, plank pose, lower the knees and lower the chest. Inhale, come up for your baby cobra. Exhale, release it, and then take it up and back for downward facing dog. Left leg up and back. Exhale, coil that left knee up in towards your chest as you step that left foot forward towards the front of the mat, rising up for this high crescent lunge. Spreading through the fingers, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that lunge on every exhale. Lifting up on the inhale. Exhale, crescent twist open to the left. Extending the arms out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent twist to the left. Extending the arms out. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, let's open this up into warrior two. Take your time getting into this, no rush. Heel to heel alignment with the feet. See if you can bring that left knee directly over your left ankle. Extending the arms out. Gazing out over the left fingers. Dropping the shoulders. Super strong through the legs. And then from here, bringing it back to the front, high lunge. Exhale, crescent twist to the left. Inhale, back to the front. And bring the hands either to the ground or use your blocks, shifting the hips back. Work that left leg towards straight. Rebend back into the left leg and step right foot to meet left as you fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Folding on the exhale. Root to rise as you come into chair pose. Hands at the heart or extend out. Chest to thighs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take another moment. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Exhale and fold forward. Halfway lift to lengthen. Palms to the ground or to the blocks. Step that left foot back. Coming into that low runner's lunge. Right knee directly over the right ankle. Bring your right hand to your right waist. Twist the body open to the right. Extending out through the crown of the head before you twist. Using the block to the inside of that right foot if it feels all right. And then you can reach that right arm up towards the sky if you're feeling the shoulders are pretty open here. Bring the hands down to the ground, shifting the hips back. Work that right leg towards straight, modified pyramid pose. Lengthening out through the crown of the head, maybe softening on the exhale. Rebend back into the right leg, plant the palms, send that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, coil that right knee up in towards your chest. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Then exhale, bring it forward, one-legged pigeon on the right side. You can take a block and place it up underneath your right hip if you need that extra support. And then coming up onto the fingertips and softly dropping down onto the forearms if that is comfortable for you. Allowing the hips to be super heavy here. Drop. Where can you soften? Maybe soften the jaw, soften that space between your brows. Just finding a few more breaths here. Rising up on the inhale, coming up onto the palms, tuck the toes of the back leg under and send it back, three-legged dog. If you want to take that hip opener, making some circles if you'd like. Right leg comes down, rolling forward into plank pose. Knees lower, untuck the toes and lower the chest. Inhale to your baby cobra. Lengthening out through the back of the neck and then taking it up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, stepping it through to the front of the mat, finding your way up for this high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you sink a little bit deeper into your lunge. Full inhale. Next exhale, twisting open to the right, crescent twist, extending the arms out. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, crescent twist to the right. Inhale, reaching the arms high. Exhale, this time opening it up into warrior two. Take your time with the feet. Make sure that you are set up properly, rooting down through that right big toe. Extending straight out through the arms, gazing out over the right fingers. Super strong through the legs. Let those shoulders drop down the back. From here, come back into that high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, crescent twist to the right. Inhale, reaching the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor, to the blocks, shifting the hips back. Work that right leg straight-ish. Rebend back into the right leg, gaze forward. Step left foot to meet right as you fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale and release. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose, any option with the arms. Chest to thighs, reach it back. And then inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, I'm stepping back a little bit so I have a little bit extra room. We're coming into tree pose, rooting down through the left foot, bringing that right foot to the ankle, calf, or inner left thigh. Super strong through that standing leg. Hands can be at the heart. They can be along the sides of the body or reaching them up towards the sky. Reach that right leg up. And then cross that right ankle on top of the left thigh and sink it back maybe into that chair pose. You can stay upright if that feels a little bit better, but maybe work on a little bit of challenging yourself. Reaching that right leg straight up. And then on the exhale, we're going to take that right leg straight back into warrior three. Palms can be at the heart. They can be up alongside the body. You can reach it up. And then step that right foot back, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, crescent twist to the left. Inhale, And then open it up into warrior two. Take a breath. Sink it down on the exhale. Another breath or two. Flip that left palm, take it up and over. Reverse your warrior. Nice side body opening here. Taking a moment to pause. Straighten into that left leg. Reach the left arm forward, drawing the right hip back till you can't go anymore. Letting that left hand fall either to the ankle, the calf, maybe a block right behind your left foot. Right hand to right waist, just to open up, make some space here in the front of the body. And then maybe let that right arm float up towards the sky. If that feels all right, you can always keep that right hand to your right waist. And then rebend into this left leg. Bring the left elbow to the top of the left thigh. And that right arm can reach up towards the sky or up and over your right ear. Bring your left hand to your right hand to your right waist just to draw a little bit of more space into the body. Getting my rights and lefts mixed up today. And then circle yourself back up into that warrior two. Flipping the palm up and over, reverse. And then cartwheel the hands down and around to the floor or to the blocks, shifting the hips back, work that left leg towards straight. Rebend back into the left leg, plant the palms and step it back into that three-legged down dog. Roll forward into three-legged plank, and then come down to the knees, lower the chest. Inhale to your baby cobra, keeping those elbows close to the sides of the body. And then taking it up and back. Maybe resting a moment in child's pose before coming up to down dog. Taking a breath or two here. Gazing forward and between your hands, find your way to the top. Halfway lift once you get there. Folding forward on the breath out. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose, any option with the arms. Chest to thighs, reach it back, and then inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's find that tree pose, rooting down through the right foot, left foot rests onto the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Hands can be at the heart, down along the sides, or reaching them up towards the sky. Full inhale. Bring the hands down to the heart. Lift that left leg up and cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Maybe sinking it back into chair pose if that feels all right, or staying upright. This time you can take any variation with the arms that you would like. Maybe taking the arms up alongside the ears, maybe taking them back behind you. Find a little playfulness. Lifting that left leg up, and then exhale. Let's send it straight back. Warrior three. Pausing in warrior three before dropping down, coming into that high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, crescent twist to the right. Open this up into warrior two. Take a breath. And from here, flip that right palm, take this up and over, reverse. Take a few breaths here in this reverse warrior. Then find your way into triangle pose. Rooting down through that right foot. Hand can be at the ankle, the calf, or that block behind your right foot. Left hand to left waist. Drawing that left shoulder back, finding a lot of space in the front of the body. And then maybe letting that left arm float up towards the sky. triangle pose. From here, rebend back into that right leg, right elbow to the top of the right thigh. Draw that left shoulder back, draw the left hip back, and then maybe let that left arm float to the sky or up and over your left ear. Whatever's feeling more comfortable in the body today, side angle pose. Taking a few more breaths here. Then rising all the way up, warrior two. Circle the hands back down and around. Draw the hips back, work that right leg towards straight. And then rebend back into the right leg, plant the palms and slide that right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Rolling forward into that three-legged plank. Lower the right foot, the knees, and the chest. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Lengthen out through the back of the neck. Take the arms alongside of the body. Lift the chest, lift the arms, and then lift the legs, coming into locust pose, Shalabhasana. Take another breath or two and allow yourself to lower. Lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the feet. Inhale. Exhale and lower. One more time, locust pose. Maybe get a little higher. Continue with that breath as you release. Stack your hands, drop your cheek to one side, and then go ahead and just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. And turn your head in the opposite direction. Re-extend into those legs, plant the palms, lifting it up and back. Take a few cat and cows here. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, rounding through the upper back. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, round through the upper back. Inhale, heart lifts, belly drops. Exhale and round. From here, go ahead and sink it back into child's pose. Again, you can have the arms extending straight out if you'd like. You can stack your fists underneath your forehead to bring the earth to you. Take a moment here, come back to your breath. And coming back up onto all fours, tabletop. Send that left leg back, roll to the inside of that left foot, and let's come into this balanced, modified side plank. Bend that left leg, and then start to send that left foot towards the front of the mat, using all of your core strength, landing in a low crescent lunge. Inhale. Taking a moment to pause. Right fingertips down. Let's twist it open to the left. Left arm reaches up and back. Inhale, low lunge. Then take that right elbow to the outside of the left leg, pressing into the palms, twisting into this crescent twist. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the ground. Slide that left leg back, all the way back, flexing into that left foot, and then lower the left knee, coming into that cat and cow. Inhale, exhale. Right leg back, Roll the body open into that modified side plank. Find a little bit of balance, lifting that right leg up, bending into that right leg, and then sending it towards the front of the mat, landing in that low crescent lunge, reaching up. And take a moment to pause. Left fingertips down, roll open, twist to the right. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Hands come down, slide that right leg back. Extending out through the crown of the head and landing back into all fours. Let's take one cat and cow. And tucking the toes, lifting it up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, stepping it through to the front of the mat. Rise up, high lunge. Exhale, crescent twist to the right. Open it up, warrior two. Flip that right palm up and over, reverse. Landing in triangle pose on the breath out. From here, rebend into this right leg. Use your blocks if you need to, or bring your fingertips to the ground. Make your way into this balanced half moon. I'm shifting myself back. I ran out of space. Left leg straight back. Maybe let that left arm float to the sky. Then bring that left foot all the way back down to the front of the mat, landing in a forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale and release. From here, step it back, downward dog. Rolling it forward, plank pose. Take your flow. Rising up, maybe a little bit of a higher cobra, maybe wiggling from side to side, and shifting the hips back, sending it up and back. Left leg rises. Exhale, step it through to the front of the mat. Find your way into that high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, crescent twist to the left. Open it up, warrior two. Flip the left palm up and over and reverse. Triangle pose as you breathe it out. Any variation. Right hand to right waist. Use the blocks or bring your hand to the earth. Make your way into balanced half moon. Right leg extending straight back. Finding some space in the front of the body. Maybe letting that right arm float to the sky. And then sending that right leg all the way back to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. And come down onto the knees, shifting back onto the heels. Take a moment to pause. Reaching the arms high. We're going to bring the right fingertips down. Left arm reaches up and over. Reach both arms back up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left fingertips down. Right arm reaches up and over. Bring yourself back onto all fours to shift back into Anahata Asana, heart melting pose. So you'll walk the knees back a little bit, extending the arms forward, dropping the chest to the ground, getting a stretch into the shoulders. Forearms can remain lifted or you can drop them down to the ground, depends on how you're feeling in the shoulders today. Shifting the hips back, dropping the chest a little bit more for a little bit more openness, a little bit more spaciousness happening in the shoulders. You're here for another breath or two. And then rolling it up. Take your blanket, if you have one, and find a seat. Sitting up on top, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together, your knees wide apart, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, extending out through the crown of the head, and then dropping the chest towards the feet, folding forward. Don't mind if your shoulders round for the first few breaths here. Then see if you can find a little bit of more length with every inhale. Maybe the shoulders drop down the back a little bit more. Creating some space in the back of the neck. Opening up through the hips just a little bit more. Maybe you soften and then rise on the inhale. You can slide off of your blanket, take it with you to the back of the mat if you want to use it for Shavasana. Otherwise, make your way to your back, drawing your knees in towards your chest once you arrive. Maybe rocking from side to side, taking some movement. And from here, we're going to extend the arms out into a cactus shape or a T shape. You're going to shift the hips over to the left side of the mat as you drop your knees over to the right. If you have that folded blanket, you can take it and place it in between your knees. Just come into this nice spinal twist. Gaze can be up to the sky, or you can turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs. Maybe let your eyes start to soften, close. And then remove that blanket. Let's take this on the other side. So shifting the hips over to the right, just so you can stack the hips together. And then sending the knees out to the left. And maybe bringing that blanket to the inner knees once again, if you liked that option. And then from here, go ahead and remove that blanket. You can separate your feet here, take some windshield wipers with the legs, or find any other movements that you would like before coming into your final relaxation. So taking a few breaths here to move, maybe another bridge pose, maybe a soft bridge pose, maybe you'd like to take happy baby. If you want to do windshield wipers with the legs like I am, feel free to take that option. And find a few more breaths to do whatever you'd like. And then whenever you're ready, letting the legs stretch out nice and long, maybe letting the feet fall out to either side. Arms can be along the sides of the body, or you can reach them up overhead. Find your way into Shavasana. Nice heavy legs. Hips and pelvis drop to the ground. Low back, middle back, upper back, back of the head, release. Whole body's super open and relaxed. And slowly allow your breath to deepen. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Circle wrists and circle ankles. Reaching the arms up overhead, nice full body stretch. And then one at a time, drawing your knees in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze, rock from side to side. Eventually letting that rock roll you over onto your right side. And taking a moment to pause. One more moment. For pressing yourself back up to seated in your own breath and your own movements, keeping your eyes closed. Merging your palms together. Bow your chin to your noble heart, to that bright, beautiful light inside that is always shining. Thank yourself for stepping onto your mat to move, to breathe, to connect, to feel gratitude for this breath, for this body. Let's take another full inhale together. Exhale, release. Slowly let your eyes start to blink open. And namaste.